Good afternoon, gang. Sorry I'm way late for lunchtime, but I've been working on getting things ready around here for cold weather. So putting insulation on stuff, just making sure. I mean, we're supposed to get down to like 5. So that just draining hose bibs and that sort of stuff has been what I've been doing. So just got in, take a look at some of what's going on here. Uh, all right, you know how I always say, watch what happens in Europe, it's coming our way. Well, the EU on Sunday, just found this out myself, okay, has now approved the first carbon tax on individuals. They are going to begin, I believe it's in 2026, starting to tax individuals on the carbon output of their homes, of their cars, whatever. How are they going to do this? Well, how else? We'll just put a tax on fuel because, Europe has such an abundance of fuel going right now. To give you an idea of what they're doing, okay, they are adding 10.5 cents tax per liter of gasoline, 12.5 cents or 12 cents per liter of heating oil or diesel fuel. I want to do the math on that for all those of us who still use the American system. It's about 40 cents a gallon on gas and about 45 cents a gallon on diesel. Now, obviously, I can't even begin to tell you where gas prices are going to be in 2026, but let's just think about where they are here, and we'll kind of take a look at that. Now, here's my question. What's the tax going to do? They're going to, supposedly Europe is saying, the EU is saying, that they're going to be able to collect, $87 billion a year, I think it was, something like that, in taxes. Where's that going? What is the use for it? Oh, they don't tell you that part. They'll tell you what the penalty is, how you have to pay for it, how I have to pay for it, but they won't tell you what they're going to do with it. Yeah, because it's just kind of be slid in their pocket here real nicely, Oh, let's think about what their ideas are. We'll build more wind farms, or we'll build more solar farms. Yeah, because those have already proved to be work so well in Europe, right? Let's talk about Germany. Oh my God, it snowed and covered all our solar panels. What are we gonna do? If anybody hasn't gotten the idea by now, all this is a way to steal wealth and a wealth redistribution. This is robbing from the poor and giving to the rich. That's all it is. There's nothing they can do to change Mother Nature, period. Okay? It's as simple as that. They can they can come up with the idea of there's no more gasoline or no more oil or anything like that. And of course, everybody freezes to death and nobody can go anywhere because, hey, electric cars don't work. Tell me how that electric vehicle's working for you up in Minnesota this week. Tell me how that electric vehicle is going to work for you in, I don't know, Amarillo, Texas this week. Electric vehicles don't work in the cold, guys. I'm sorry. The United States is shut down for a week because nobody can go anywhere. This is the problem. How are they going to generate the electricity? They don't have that answer. I think I've told you a few times before. There's enough battery capacity in the world to run the world for 75 seconds. Okay. What's $87 billion going to do to change that? Nothing. Okay. So we can't do it. You can't just pay. Mother Nature doesn't take bribes. There's the silly part. But then you get into even the further part on this one. And what is this? And I'll link this article below so you can read it. All right. And if you look at the headline, EU approves CO2 tax. CO2, carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is not a greenhouse gas. Carbon dioxide is what is needed for plant life to grow. And we go back to your 6th grade biology class or whatever it is. Plants take in carbon dioxide and give out oxygen. People take in oxygen and give out carbon dioxide. Okay. Carbon dioxide is a necessity for life on this planet. It's pretty simple. If we get rid of carbon dioxide, we get rid of plants. If we get rid of plants, there is the food source that they want us to go toward. Oh, but no, they want us to go toward bugs, right? The hell do you think bugs eat? Bugs aren't going, hey, look, a cow, well, let's have a steak today. Okay? Think of your garden and all the holes in the plants. And how do I get rid of this bug, that bug, this? Because that's no plants, no bugs, no cricket burgers. Okay? This is what they don't think. So the EU now wants to tax people on how much carbon dioxide we emit. How long is it going to take before somebody comes up with the brilliant idea of a breathing tax? Oh my God, Mr. Pinball, we calculated that you take 20 breaths a minute, and therefore we're going to charge you a tax on all the CO2 that you emit for breathing. Think I'm kidding? That's coming. You know, Europe, I'm sorry. You are, and I know there's a bunch of you guys on the channel that watch from Europe. You guys are so screwed because of the EU. I mean, and just to give everybody else, EU Parliament, they're non-elected people, okay? They were not put in elections or whatever it is, okay? Each country has their own government that they elect. However, that all works. Okay, it's different everywhere. But the EU Parliament, no, they're not elected. So you have non-elected officials who've decided that they're going to charge the people to stay warm, to go to work, to go to the store. You know, they said that they are going to exempt tractors, farm implements, and fishing vessels from these taxes. Okay? Yeah. So we can still grow the food. But if we get rid of the CO2, guess what? Corn needs CO2 too. So does soybeans, so does lettuce, so does tomatoes, so does everything else. You know. Canada, get ready, because you know how well Trudeau hitches his wagon to the idiots in Europe. But US, get ready. This is probably coming here too. Like any of us can afford higher gas bills, higher heating bills, higher fuel bills all around for whatever we're doing. But this is the insanity that these, and I'll call them anti-environmentalists, are using. Why do I say they're anti-environmentalists? Well, like I said, you get rid of the CO2, you get rid of the plants. Okay? So, while they're pocketing money in this wealth redistribution from the poor to the rich, they are doing exactly the opposite of what they're saying. They're trying to save the world. They're trying to destroy the world, people. It's about time that the world population understands that these people are not trying to save us. They're trying to kill us. Pinball out.